quite some order. Let's see. At your party, we did $65.95 in sales. That's the largest party I've done in quite some time. Good job. So let me explain how you will distribute the orders to the ladies who attended your party. Just need to find a pencil. There we go. Yeah, this is from our vacation from a couple of months ago. Dan and I went down to Fort Lauderdale and took the kids and drove around, did very, very different, unusual things in the area. We stayed most of the time in this darling little place. The Flamingo Motel. What was her name? I can't remember her last name. But her first name was Ruthie. She always asked us to call her Ruthie. It was so sweet. But I would definitely recommend their little motel. I can certainly get you the information if you're ever interested in going down there. But anyway, this is just a little pamphlet about the Everglades. Have you ever been down there? It's really quite wonderful, especially for families if the kids aren't too young. Lots of interesting wildlife to see, but also activities and campgrounds and different things like that. You don't have to be camping at the Everglades to, well, of course, it's enormous. I mean, it takes up a huge portion of southern Florida, so lots of ways to get into that park. This just says Flamingo. Here you will find a visitor center, a restaurant, motel, large boat marina, campground, picnic area, and a service station, and that's in a place called Flamingo. But that motel is not called the Flamingo Motel. I'm talking about a place in Fort Lauderdale. Anyway. Well, you two should go sometime. Yeah, well, we had a wonderful time there, but I can certainly imagine it'd be very nice to get away from the kids for a few days. Really? Well, get away from the husband, too. It's a little bit daring of you. Well, do let me know if you decide to do that. But I'll go ahead and leave this with you. has another copy of this. Mm-hmm. Sure. And like I said, just give me a ring and I'll let you know the address and the phone number. You could give them a call. They might have a room. Okay, so I don't know this. Alright, so as I was saying, this is your the total from your party, and I've got the individual forms from each of the ladies who place an order over in the box. And let me tell you my process, because it's basically you're going to do the same thing. So I go to the Tupperware distributorship every 2 weeks, most of the time. And within that 2-week period, I usually do 2 to 4 Tupperware parties a week. And so I take the master list just like this. I create this by looking at all of your individual order forms from the ladies who've placed orders, and I tabulate a master list for each party. So this one is labeled Wadeanne's Party, and these are all of the items that are ordered in total, coming to $65.95 plus tax. And what I then do is take each party form, so 2 forms, 3 forms, 4 forms, and I create another master list, and that's going to be the list of Tupperware that I order for that 2-week period. And then I take that order to the distributorship on my meeting every 2 weeks, and I drop that off. When I come to the distributorship the next time, 2 weeks later, I drop off a new order and I pick up that order. And let me tell you, when I pick up this order, it's not divided up by individual orders. It's not even divided up by individual parties. It's only divided up according to me. So all the Tupperware ladies get their orders, we bring them home, and then we spread everything out. I get big plastic bags full of, let's see, you have 5 people who ordered this small 1-liter bowl set, which is just phenomenal. You must have not had very many people at your party that have used Tupperware, because that's the small and the large 1-liters are usually the ones that people go for first. So I don't remember how many I had this time, but let's just say that I had 10 sets and 4 parties. So you're going to get 5 of them. I've got one big plastic bag full of 10 sets of 1-liter bowls, the small set, and I have to pull out 5 of those and put them aside for Wadeanne's party, and then I pull 4 and put them aside for Marianne's party, and so on. So you see how that goes. And then when I get everything divided up, then I start rebagging everything by party, and that's what you see in the boxes, and you're going to see lots of plastic bags in there as well. So now it's your turn. this is your master list. So the first thing you want to do after I leave is get, I wouldn't use this table, I would use your formal dining room table. You need a large space, and unpack everything in the boxes and keep them in those categories. So small $1 bowls, no matter how many you have, large $1, and so on, different categories. And then your individual order forms for each lady who placed an order are in the box. So you'll lay those out in front of you. And you're basically simply going to fill each order one at a time from the stock that's on your dining room table. It's as simple as that. It will take some time, but it's fairly straightforward. One hint I've got for you is that you can see at a glance, after you compare all of the orders, who ordered the most, either in terms of dollar amount or quantity of items. I'd start with that order first, because you're going to want your bigger bags that are left over from unpacking to pack that largest order, and then move to your next largest order until you get to the smallest order. Let's see. We've got one order for the spice shakers set and the rack. Let's just say that that's the only thing that someone ordered. That's a fairly small, compact order, and you can put that in one of the smaller bags. I'm sorry I've been talking at you so much, but does that make sense? Yes, absolutely. I really rely on you to double check my work. So before you start filling any order, lay out all of the products and count to make sure that there are, in fact, let's see, 3 canister sets. And a canister set is a set of 3. So you have 3 sets of 3. You've got 5 sets of 3 small $1 bowls, 4 sets of 3 large $1 bowls. You'll need to count this out and make sure that everything on your table matches this master list. Once it does, then you can start filling the individual orders. Yes, and then after you do that, you just give each lady a call. Let them know that their order is ready to pick up at your home. And then they can bring cash or check with them. They've got a copy of their order form, but you can certainly remind them what their total was. And you have 2 weeks to get everyone corralled, so to speak. And then I'll be back in 2 weeks to collect $69.91. And it's usually a combination of checks and cash. Okay, and like I said, you ordered these pudding cups. This is not the original bag they came in. This is a larger bag. But when I was dividing everything up I got to your order, I was able to use this bag. So it takes a little bit of ingenuity. So this is your party. This does not include your order. And then yes. So this is your order. And I see that we've got one order of Ice Tups for you. That's $1 a set. And where's the other one? Oh, the one order of the pudding cups, and that's 6 in a set, and that's $1.65 a set. So that's $2.65. Is that right? Yes. But as you know already, these are free gifts for you. And we have another gift for you because your total was so high. We've got another free gift for you. So let's unpack this and show you how they work. Did a pretty good job on this. There we go. I just use a little bit of Scotch tape. It works really well. See, the bag is bigger than I needed for the order, but as long as you go from the largest order to the smallest, you should have enough bags and enough room. This is the fun part. I just love this pastel set. So we have green. It couldn't be simpler. You simply take the stem and the base. Match them up. And just like that. And they're locked in there. Take the blue. Same thing. And it doesn't take too much effort to pull them apart, but they do have a clear snap in place. And really all you have to do is kind of bend it to the side as opposed to trying to pull it apart like this. Just hold the bottom and tilt the top. It'll pop right out. So there's blue. And the hardest thing that you will have to deal with as these is discerning the difference between the lavender, the pink, and the coral, which I find to be very similar. So I think those two go together. Yes. So there's our pink. And then we have coral, which I believe is this one. And we have a lemon. I always like to think of lemon pudding. Just makes my mouth water. There's the lemon. And then the last one is this sort of rose color. And there you have it. And I have to say, these look lovely with your little table runner here. Those pastel colors really pick up the colors in this. Very nice. Now, something you might want to be aware of, if I'm ever the sales lady, is that there are lids that you can purchase separately for these. So if you do prepare pudding in these and you want to store it in the refrigerator for a while, you can put the lids on and that will keep everything fresh. It could be that you have a little dinner party, or you want to make pudding for dessert for several nights in a row and you'd like it to keep in the refrigerator. That's a good way to do that. Oh, I just can't get enough of these. It's probably just functionality aside. This is probably one of my favorite products in terms of just how delicious, luscious it looks. You know, you could have a small ice cream sundae. Just all sorts of things. Fruit cocktail. So, as you know, that was one of your free gifts. Do you remember what your other one was? Of course, it's appropriate since it's August and it's so hot. Yes, you have the Ice Tups. So you can think of this as, this is for the adults and this is for the kids. So going a little faster. And you can certainly use these bags if you need to for your ladies. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this adorable little stand. This is one case where the stand is not just for convenience or looks, but it's actually crucial to the functionality of the product. So, you may remember from the demonstration, we have a seal. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this seal is not like our other Tupper seals. Because, as you can see, this comes out with some difficulty. It's not that you're going to be doing this very often, but I just want you to see there is this right there, little slit, which allows you to put in basically the popsicle stick. And because of that, this is not leak proof. When you put this seal on top. So even though we call this a seal, it's not the Tupper seal, and we don't call it that. The Tupper seal is guaranteed to be leak proof and airtight. So you can see then, because these are not leak proof, the tray becomes ever so important. You already know that you can store virtually any Tupperware product upside down or any way around in your freezer or refrigerator once you've activated the Tupper seal and you've burped it. Anyway, so you pull this apart if you do need to do some deep cleaning. I know every once in a while I'll pull these apart and get in there, get some of that orange Kool-Aid out. But you can also wash them with the popsicle stick inserted into the seal. Either way. And then you'll simply open up all of the containers, line them up, This definitely takes less time than it does to go in the grocery store, pick out a box of popsicles, pay for them, carry them in the house, put them in your freezer. It is certainly much more inexpensive. So, just like that. They're very tough. You really can't damage Tupperware. So, the key is to not fill them up all the way. I usually leave a gap to about right there. Fill with the Kool-Aid, and always use twice the amount of sugar that you normally would for Kool-Aid. I don't know why this is, but Kool-Aid is plenty sweet enough to drink. But if you make popsicles out of regular Kool-Aid, they're just not going to taste sweet enough. It just has something to do with the fact that it's in an ice form, the ice crystals, but I don't understand it. But if you make that mistake once, your children will let you know. So, anyway, make double strength Kool-Aid, and I should say twice the Kool-Aid, twice the sugar for the same amount of water. Not just the sugar. Fill to about right there. Make sure they're all in there firmly. And then just start sealing. And again, you're going to work the seal around just like you would any other Tupperware seal. You do want a good seal, even though it's technically not leak proof. Something could come out through that tiny slit right there. But you could give them a good seal in case there is any minor jumbling or tipping over the tray in the freezer. They won't all spill out on you. I can say that much. See if we can get that one on there. There we go. And one by one, get them all sealed up. You can see that they're in the tray very firmly. They're not going to go anywhere. And just make a nice flat surface in your freezer. After they're frozen, you can pull the whole tray out if you've got a lot of kids or a lot of adults who want popsicles. Or you can just reach in and grab one at a time. And you can teach your children to do this themselves. They can put their finger in this loop, hold on to it, and then take their thumb and press up on that seal right there. Just like that. Slide it out, popsicle. And this goes in the sink. And the beauty of these seals is that they catch all the little drips as they're eating the popsicle. Much better than a regular popsicle stick. So the convenience factor, the break on your grocery budget. It's just, you can make these, if you keep some of that Kool-Aid fixed, the double strength Kool-Aid fixed in your refrigerator, you can fill up another one as soon as one or two are eaten. And always have these on hand. Very inexpensive. So, here's the good news. These are your 2 gifts. Can I move your Everglades brochure? It's yours now. So, okay, this is your party list. And you ordered 65, or your guests ordered $65.95. And so what we do is we take 65.95 minus 50, and that first 50 gets you these gifts right here, and that leaves us with $15.95, and 10% of that is $1.59. So you have $1.59 left to spend today. I can certainly make a few recommendations. For example, a tumbler set. You can see all the different sizes of tumblers right here. We have, let me adjust my glasses here. So we have the 2-ounce little cups, and then we have the 6-ounce, 9-ounce, 12-ounce, and 16-ounce tumblers right here. And so you could pick a tumbler set. Those sets are 6-ounce are 85 cents. The 9-ounce are $1.25. 12-ounce $1.55. And you have $1.59 to spend. And this, we covered the tax on this, so this is simply a guideline for you in choosing your gift. So you do actually have $1.59 to spend. So you could get the 9-ounce tumbler set. You could get the 12-ounce tumbler set. You could also get the, let's see, 125, 150, 160. You could get the 9-ounce tumblers and the seals that go on top. You can seal those right up. You see? Without the seal here, and with, you can buy the seals that match the tumblers. And I believe that you could afford to either get the 6-ounce or the 9-ounce tumblers with the seals, or the 12-ounce tumblers without the seals. And that would be an option for your free gift. Let's see what else. We have the salt and pepper set, which everyone just loved, and the caddy. those are sold separately, but the salt and pepper shakers are 69 cents and the caddy 69 cents. So you would have, let's see, $1. Oh no, you would have enough to buy one of those. One or the other. I'm sure you would want to start with the salt and pepper shaker set. Let's see, we've got the wagon wheel coasters. This is the non-drip design. You'll remember I demonstrated these at the party. They have that little bit of sponge inside each coaster, and the liquid that condenses on the outside of a tall glass of iced tea is going to drip down inside the coaster and be soaked up by that sponge. And that is $1.39 for that set, and you have $1.59 to spend. So if you would like, I can leave this with you, and you can look through to decide what you would like. Unless you already know. But I just gave you just a couple of examples. But I just did want to let you know that because your party was such a success, that any amount over $50, we give you a 10% credit of that amount. So just think of it as a little shopping spree. I'll leave that with you. This is your party list. So you're going to need that to go through your inventory. And this was your order for your free gifts. Were you able to try any of the salads? I like the cherry surprise salad quite a bit. It's mayonnaise, shredded coconut, lettuce cups, pear halves, and a 3-ounce package of cream cheese, a little bit of lemon juice, and maraschino cherries. And that makes a lovely presentation for a dinner party or just for dinner for the family. We've got coleslaw, the Wonder Blend salad, the Turnabout salad. Definitely need to try these. It's on the back of your order form. All right, Miss Wadeanne. So if you would like to give me a call when you select your additional gift, I can go ahead and get that order in, or you can let me know when I stop by in 2 weeks to collect the payment for the orders. Either way, whatever's more convenient for you. Well, I just had the most fun at your party. Those ladies were hilarious. And isn't it fun to watch them try to remember what's on the tray of objects? You would think you could remember more than that. It's always funny to me when people remember something that wasn't actually on the tray. So you can tell what's on their minds. All right, well, I'm going to let you get to dinner, and I'll just wait to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Very good. Well, have fun filling those orders. I think it's a lot of fun, and you might just get some ideas for some new orders for yourself.